Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to WWE TLC 2018 review. I do apologize, guys, about not revealing my NXT review, but this past week I recently got sick and I have not been able to. I didn't really feel up to doing the review on NXT's event with Ricochet defending the NXT North American Championship against Tyler Breeze, which was a decent match. This show, I have to say, the last three matches, the WWE Championship, the Intercontinental title, and the Women's Championship were the top matches of the night. Hands down. There's not one match that could top either one of these three matches. Tonight's TLC match with the Women's Championship and that triple threat, Asuka, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair, that match was a evolution in women's wrestling. Hands down. Despite Ronda Rousey's interference in the matchup, pretty much giving you the clue that we are going to see a triple threat match between Ronda Rousey, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. That's what I believe is going to happen. I think the original plans was to have Charlotte Flair face Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania 35, which actually was rumored to happen earlier this year, but that has all changed, and real simple why. They can't go ahead and not have Becky Lynch involved. So they're going to get what they want. They want to give the audience what they want, so everybody's happy. So they fit their little political agenda, but they also give us what we want, and that's to see Becky Lynch compete against Ronda Rousey with the mix of Charlotte Flair, unfortunately. I believe that these two women are going to end up being the Royal Rumble winners, being the shareholders of the Royal Rumble win for 2019's Royal Rumble for the women's division. They're both going to definitely choose Ronda Rousey because both of them got screwed over out of the championship. So, of course, they're going to want revenge, especially Becky Lynch. I think Becky Lynch is the person that deserves to have the revenge in winning the Raw Women's Championship and moving over to Raw altogether. So, that's how I feel about that. Asuka does win the SmackDown Women's Championship in a fantastic matchup. Main event, I actually feel that gets a 4.5 out of 5 stars, hands down. Very good matchup. Very enjoyable. Hard-hitting. These three women beat the shit out of each other. I have never seen women do what they did in this ring tonight in WWE before. I mean, I seen a street fight between Victoria and Trish Stratus back in 2002 at Survivor Series, which was pretty bad, how they brutalized each other, but not as bad as this. This was destructive as fuck. It makes the Hell in a Cell match between Charlotte and Sasha Banks look like a walk through the park. These women were bruised, banged up to hell. Sorry about the cough. Banged up to hell, and they really destroyed each other in this matchup. So that's basically the whole situation on that. Dean Ambrose played a very, very smart heel role against Seth Rollins. His whole idea was get Seth Rollins pissed off enough, he could get him off his game, hit dirty deeds, get the 1, 2, 3, walk away Intercontinental Champion. That is exactly what they made him do tonight. Very, very smart. Things to play out and what they want to do, I'm not sure. I mean, you could go Dean Ambrose going on to WrestleMania to face Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. Or You stick with Seth Rollins and have him with the Royal Rumble and go on to face Brock Lesnar. But bottom line, guys, sorry. Bottom line, though, the situation is that this matchup was very good. Just to be straight up with you, 4 out of 5 stars for this match. The only reason why I didn't give 4.5 out of 5 stars is because it was kind of slow, and it started picking up at the end. Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, WWE Championship rematch. I'm not really liking so much the Daniel Bryan heel-like turn. It's kind of bland, it's kind of boring, but it doesn't take away his in-ring ability. It also doesn't take away his... It makes him more intelligent. Hear me out. I don't like his... I just don't like his ring attire. I don't like the him without the yes movement. It just doesn't click to me. But as an in-ring competitor, it makes him a very intelligent in-ring competitor. He fights hard. He claws and grinds his way to the victory like he did tonight. And he really displayed a very smart move. He figured he couldn't get the finishers in, so he got a schoolboy and won the match. I don't know what happened with this show, but they're starting to use some old school mentality. That's a very smart idea. I'm sorry, guys. I get a tickle in my throat and I have to breathe deeply, and it helps it go away so I don't cough every time I speak. So that's why I haven't been able to do these videos. Sorry about that, guys, but I'm just not feeling so... I'm feeling under the weather. Oh boy, how am I going to get through this video? Okay. So, let me just run through this. I'm not going to be able to give you a full-on review. I pretty much gave you my overall basis of what I thought about it. Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio's match was pretty self-standard. Cheers match, very good matchup. I mean, I give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars, so not a bad match whatsoever. Natalya and Ruby Riott, that match was whatever. It was a tables match. Who gave a fuck? Natalya won, got revenge for mocking her father, who's passed away, and so forth. Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax, that was a decent matchup. I give that match a 3 out of 5 stars. Same for Natalya and Ruby Riott. The triple threat tag team title match. That matchup was a very good matchup. Nia Jax, by the way, lost to Ronda Rousey. That matchup was retained by the Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro defeating Usos and the New Day, with Xavier Woods eating the pinfall and Kofi Kingston being the tag team partner in the match. Very good matchup overall. I enjoyed that very much. I give that a 4 out of 5 stars. There was like 4 or 5 good matches on this show, and the rest of it was kind of, whatever. Finn Balor, Drew McIntyre, it was average. It wasn't bad. I don't have too much complaints. Finn Balor won with the help of Dolph Ziggler. Not that Finn Balor was requesting the help in the beginning, or at all, to be honest with you, but Dolph Ziggler did interfere in the matchup, unfortunately, and caused a distraction in Drew McIntyre, having Finn Balor hit the finisher and get the 1-2-3, the Tentagra, and hit the finisher and got the 1-2-3. This matchup, I give a 3.5 out of 5 stars. A lot of these matches were 3.5, 3 out of 5 stars type of matchups. But the last 3 matches were in the 4s and 4.5. So I really don't have any complaints on the show itself. I mean, it had some moments where it was just extremely dull and boring. But those last 3 matches really picked up the show. Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton had a really decent matchup to make the show entertaining in itself, and the tag team match was a good start to the show on top of it. Braun Strowman and Baron Corbin was a throwaway match that had the entire Raw roster that was getting screwed over by Baron Corbin get his ass kicked. And and he ends up being fired from Monday Night Raw basically by losing the matchup. So that's pretty much the gist on that. And then a tag team matchup with what's her face? Carmella and R-Truth against Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox, and that matchup ended up with R-Truth getting the victory with Carmella and them winning their spots in the 30th place in the Royal Rumble, plus a vacation to Stamford, Connecticut. Yeah, what the fuck was that? I have no idea. But anyway, guys, before I end up coughing again, while I try to speak to you guys on this review, I'm just going to call it a night with this review and say good night. Have a good day. Leave a comment and opinion down below. If you didn't like the video, I understand. I don't particularly like the way I did this review, but I didn't want to go a whole week without having one review up, giving you guys some input on my opinion and criticism about the overall show itself, at least in WWE's stuff. But leave a comment and opinion down below. Hit the like button if you like the video despite my hacking and coughing. And hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. And I thank you guys very much for watching. Have a great night.